Pump Fake Pod. Let's go. Welcome back. I feel good to be back. Got my boy Trevor with me. Trevor, it's Sunday. Week's over. Pretty good week for us here on the Pump Fake Pod. How's your weekend, my friend?
Not bad.
Too, by the way.
Not bad weekend. Ready for it to be over. Ready to start next week. Short week, be done with it. Get a nice break from work and everything else. So.
Yeah, short week for sure. Got the Christmas spirit. Got my Greg Campy on. Santa's playing golf here. Sweater. So tried to get a little festive. Look like you got a little Christmas spirit going too. Maybe a little bit. With a little Christmas shirt, maybe.
Yeah, just stone cold Christmas colors. I forgot I even had this on. So yeah, little festivities, I guess, for the show tonight.
Festive for the show tonight, indeed. Yeah, great show on Friday night. Obviously Saturday night off, but great show by you and Elliot. It was a great weekend. I got into the 40 units total, 19-7 on Saturday. Maybe pulling an all-nighter potentially. Having a few brewskis, just doing the eye test on Saturday morning was a good switch up. So it worked out for me. Ton of good games over the weekend. Trevor, how'd you end up?
Not bad. Up on the weekend, so I will take it. Nothing major, but it is what it is. Green's green.
Absolutely, green today for me. 12-10 today after 19-7. So a little 0.4 units gained today, but yesterday 5 units. Let's talk about some crazy games yesterday. Kentucky kind of back a little bit. St. John's, St. John's is terrible, man, and I think Joe, not Joe Pop. What am I doing? Richie Pitino is in trouble, maybe potentially.
I don't think they're in trouble. It's just first year, new roster. They'll be fine, but yeah, I mean St. John's is whatever. But Kentucky got Quainton's back, and that changes up their defense big time. So much needed change for them. So we'll see how that transpires going forward here.
Absolutely. Buffalo definitely rocked the MAC. We talked about Oakland, Michigan State. I think you guys bet Oakland for sure. I didn't bet that game, but that definitely rocked the sweater. I was excited explaining their tradition to people that were watching the game that I was with. One of the best traditions in college basketball, to say the least.
Yeah, it's always fun. So I made the thumbnail the way it was on Saturday, just for the one time a year we get that. So.
Yep. And then some great mid-major games throughout there. We got some overtime games with Georgia Southern, James Madison scoring 100-plus points. Ohio State played North Carolina down to the wire, which was a fun game. And then just like some great mid-major games, random upsets kind of going in. Grand Canyon against Wyoming, Loyola, Illinois, Chicago goes into Santa Clara and gets it done. And then we had some great just P5 games as well. Houston minus 3.5 against Arkansas. You had Maryland, Virginia, which is a good game. I mean, Purdue kicked the shit out of Auburn. I didn't bet Purdue's spread. I took Auburn team total under. It worked out. But spread worked out too as well. I don't know if did you end up betting Purdue Auburn?
Yeah, I was on Purdue. It was pretty easy. Didn't even have to really watch much of that one.
No, not at all. And then Texas Tech down 9 with 3 minutes to go, 17-point deficit to stun Duke and get it done 82-81. Absolute fire from the Red Raiders there. Christian Anderson, 27 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. Fire game. Boozer still with a great game with 23, 7, and 8. But no, that was a fire game. And then we had Xavier Georgetown as well too. That was unbelievable. Came down to a final jump shot at the side on the corner. And it ended with Ed Cooley being suspended for 1 game, chucked the water bottle and it just banged a toddler like right in his shoulder. Did you see that video by chance with Ed Cooley there?
Yeah, I saw the video. Don't know what he was doing, but big suspension against Coppin State, so I'm sure he'll have learned his lesson on that one.
Yeah, little. You're telling me he gets an early vacation for the Christmas week, and after throwing a water bottle, it almost sounds deliberate. No.
Yeah.
And Marquette is awful. I mean, we've already known this, but they are officially terrible. Didn't bet that game, but New Mexico solid. So great mid-major games all through Saturday. A little lighter slate, so kind of getting more eyes on some games for sure. And then today, let's talk about some of the games for sure. Did you have anything in the early slate? I had Pittsburgh against Penn State. It's so good having a bet that you don't even have to worry about. It feels like.
Yeah, I bet Penn State because the line stunk, but that was dead. So should have. I got suckered into the soup.
I bet Boston, but Northern Kentucky didn't get done on a moneyline parlay. I bet NC State. I think you bet NC State as well too. That felt free. Ole Miss is they are discombobulated, man, and they got a lot going on. And Chris Beard's got a lot of work to do in the SEC for Ole Miss.
Yeah, that was an easy win. Never really got sweaty. They were up double digits almost the whole game. So easy money with NC State today.
Absolutely. Vanderbilt Wake. I bet Wake hand up. Bad bet. Vanderbilt dominated. So Vandy real deal and probably the heavy favorite going into the SEC play. I'm not kidding. They were there to compete with Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, and the SEC, Tennessee, and the SEC kind of feels wide open, but Vanderbilt's right in that mix, and I'd say a heavy favorite there as well too.
Yeah, they look pretty good. I bet Vandy or Wake today as well, so that was flat, but I'll still be rooting for Kentucky to cash my SEC ticket. Getting Queens back's a big deal, so hopefully they can turn things around. Just depends. Jalen Lowe's shoulder's always fucked up, so that'll be something they got to deal with probably the rest of the year would be my guess.
And then, Oklahoma State, they started off super hot. They're up 50-34. Terrible second half. Didn't get that one across the line. But I did get Purdue-Fort Wayne right. Took Purdue-Fort Wayne 13.5 against Notre Dame. And didn't even matter. Purdue-Fort Wayne gets it done outright. They were kind of in that game the entire way. They were up at half. Notre Dame lays an absolute egg, and Purdue-Fort Wayne and Powers Hamburgers wins 72-69. Shout out Powers, baby. Let's go the Mastodons. Great win for them, and Notre Dame kind of back to reality a little bit. They've been doing pretty well in these games, to say the least, especially in the second half, but there was no second half surge there for the Irish.
Yeah, I just saw the score. Never saw second of that game. So good win for Fort Wayne.
Yep, and Alabama, Kennesaw, that was a fun one. So many points scored. Valpo covers against Murray State. Bradley does not cover against Southern Illinois. That was a fun one with Bradley, Southern Illinois, kind of a back and forth matchup where you thought maybe Bradley was going to take over. Clemson, Cincinnati, if you guys watched that one, Clemson was just dominating, and then Cincinnati randomly late just puts it on Clemson, makes it a close game, gets it done. I had the over 140.5. I thought it was going to surge back up, hoping for overtime, but it was 130, ends at 133.5. No really foul game late, just because Cincinnati kind of was back in it, where the foul game would have helped that over for sure. Did you bet Oregon State, Arizona State at all?
Did not get an eyeball on that game either.
Oregon State plus 14.5 comes through. They win outright against Arizona State. Arizona State back in trouble. Again, just a poor end to their non-conference, it feels like, these last couple of years for Arizona State.
Yeah, good win for them.
And then I didn't have as many bets into the nighttime, but Iowa State first half got done over 71.5. They're scored 77, 78. Now over 150.5 in Illinois State, Indiana State doesn't hit. It lands at 150. Illinois State, they are hot. They're going to be rolling, and I think us calling them favorites to win this Missouri Valley is definitely up there, and they're off to a strong start. I'm excited for this Missouri Valley Conference when you got Illinois State, Murray State. You got Belmont. I mean, a lot of these kind of teams solid at the top. I'm very excited to see how those end up. Northern Iowa, of course, and then some feisty teams kind of in the middle as well too. Just another great Missouri Valley year loading here for 2026.
Yeah, Missouri Valley is gonna be fun. Can't wait for Arch Madness. It's gonna be a great tournament this year.
Yes, and depends on the line, JB. Depends on the line. And then I think you bet this one too. UC Davis plus 4.5. They won by 10 in Idaho State. My cap there was UC Davis was just a tad better. Good win for the Aggies there, winning outright and covering for us.
Yeah, 5.5 was pretty. They're better than what their stats and everything say. So went in, easy winner. Didn't really have to watch much of that game. They were up the entire way.
And then to end the night, I had UC Irvine. I picked them. I didn't bet UC Irvine. Wish I did, especially off their egg laying at Belmont. And that game not being in Grand Forks just kind of felt like a good spot for UC Irvine. But that was a great game. I watched that the whole way. So UC Irvine wins 74-73. Good showing for the Anteaters. And then Pacific minus 8.5 got it done for me to get into the green. I was going to think I was going to be at 11-11. Nicholls State brought it back to be like a 4-point game, but then Pacific in the foul game took it over. They won by 13. Good stuff for Pacific there after getting their ass kicked and good rebound games. So, Trevor, any other bets that you had that may have missed on the slate there for Sunday?
Sure, there were not that I could think offhand. I'm just sweating out UTEP live. They're not going to cover that 9, but got them plus 130 to hopefully just win this game. So hopefully that comes through and that'll help push me up to positive today. NFL was no bueno.
I don't know. I did not bet that sport today. I was going for the all the college basketball. I was locked into the CBB slate. Kind of worked out, but yeah, good weekend. 31 and 17 on the Saturday, Sunday for me. We're adding almost 6 units on the day, sitting just under 42 units, up with 40 units on the year. So it was a good week for me. Definitely after winning, kind of doing a win one, lose one purgatory for the first couple weeks of December. This really propelled me and got me up to almost 15 units here in December. So fire week to close it out. We'll call it a still a little semi-extra add-on week here because we only have games tomorrow and Tuesday. And then, of course, we have a break. So no pump fake pod until Sunday, 11:20 or not 11, 12:28, I believe. And, yeah. It's going to be a fun one. 2 days in a row. We got a lot of day games coming up and loading for us here on Monday, Tuesday. And then the kids go on Christmas break. And as Trevor mentioned in the last couple episodes, no Diamond Head Classic for us on Christmas, unfortunately. No little 5-game matinee on Christmas.
Yeah. Nope, none of that this year. So taking the week off. It'll be nice to get to bed early, at least a couple days before the second half of the season gets underway.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing with myself as we close non-conference play. Come nighttime, I'll be thinking of randomly Alabama A&M and San Diego and random teams. I don't know what I'll be doing with myself here in the nighttime. But yes, fire week, 31-17 last 2 days. Keep the train rolling. And I got to shout out Rhythm for some of the help too. Of course, Rhythm, our partner, Fire partner, and Fire software as well too. The Rhythm play of the day on a 4-game winning streak for us, 22-10 on the season. just absolutely bonkers. Great ROI there for the rhythm play of the day because, we give you the insights of looking into rhythm and getting a little. And then if we like what we see on the eye test with what rhythm likes, that's how we pick our rhythm play of the day. And it's worked out really well. Of course, they have more games, so we can't see everything. But listen, go to rhythm.com, go to the Rhythm AI on the App Store, and leave a review if you've been using it. Definitely leave a review. Sign up using promo code PFP25. It's a great service. They got all the insights. And tomorrow we'll be doing a special episode along with our normal slate of episode picking the games. But before we do that, right around this time of the episode, we'll be talking to an executive there at Rhythm, an engineer. We'll be looking under the hood just a tad bit of what insights, what statistics go into this show and or into Rhythm and what they're building behind the scenes and what they're looking forward to in 2026. So very, very excited for that episode tomorrow. Make sure to tune in. We'll be live at 11 Eastern. We'll recap the Monday games, do the Rhythm discussion, and then go over the Tuesday games as well too. So yes, holiday season's upon us. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and just appreciate everybody in the chat. It's going to be a short week, but a fun one, and it feels good to be back after Friday night off, not doing the major slate. So, Trevor, anything you want to say about Rhythm? I think your Rhythm play of the day you chose brought it home for us on Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah. You said it. They've been really nice. Their models, our models, everything. When it aligns and we like our picks, it's been pretty damn good. I think it's like 21-10 or something like that.
22-10 now.
So, yeah, it's been very profitable. Shout out Rhythm for that. Make sure you sign up and download it and use our promo code to get in there. It's definitely worth it. You'll make your money back, no problem.
No problem at all. Yes. So, and then they also got other sports as well. So, Trevor, got to get in on Rhythm for NFL. Looks like Rhythm kind of likes Colts plus 5.5 tomorrow. So I love that. May have to dive in on the fandom for tomorrow, Monday night. Trevor, like I said, I don't like talking when my teams lose, so we're not going to talk about last night's game at all. We'll just move on. I know the tweets. I was watching Trevor's tweets from afar and just sitting there kind of thinking of them for sure after that game. But listen, we don't have to think about that anymore because we got a fire slate of games tomorrow for December 22nd, and it kicks off with an 11 a.m. banger. New Haven, the Chargers going into Fordham. Fordham is laying 11.5. The over-under is 129.5. Dare I say I like the over here? Just kind of feels like a spot. I mean, this line's got kind of will shoot down. I know that teams don't really run super fast, but personally, I don't love laying that many points with Fordham. I know that their defense is solid, but New Haven, on the other hand, has allowed a good amount of points in their losses against teams that they play up to just a tad bit. And Fordham, on the other hand, with their defense being, pretty solid, Fordham, I think, can be able to score 85 points here or a little low 80s, even with their slow pace. Efficiency-wise, they don't turn the ball over very much. They can rebound against New Haven solidly, get a lot of rebounds, second chance points. I think Fordham can get into transition, a little home game. I think maybe offensive-wise on 11 a.m. game, you think maybe they start off a little bit slower, but I think it's just a little too many low of points to take an under here. I think we see New Haven kind of give up against Fordham. Fordham shoot a little bit higher than we expect at an 11 a.m. slot. If I had to pick a side, I'll take Fordham. I think that they can score 80, but I think we see this total just creep over in the low to high 130s. So give me the over 129.5.
Yeah, I'll just lay it with Fordham. New Haven's awful. They can't do anything if there's a spot for Fordham to keep it rolling, it's going to be New Haven going into this break. So I'm not going to overthink it. Just lay it with Fordham minus the 11.5.
Butler laying minus 31.5 against NJIT. Butler off of a decent win against Northwestern. They won by 3. Thad Matta was not happy. I don't know if you caught that interview of what Thad Matta was talking about with Butler. And Matta was just not happy, even with his style of play. So for how Butler's kind of been and where they average points around, he mentioned that they average around like 87, 86 points a game, and they only scored 61. He's happy with the win, but not happy with how they played offensively. I expect a semi-bounce back here for sure. I think I'm going to take Butler's team total over as well in the early slot. I think they'll have those guys ready to roll. And, I would lay it for sure if I had to pick a side here. I think Butler definitely rolls them on a bounce back after their coach was pretty pissed. But I'm going to go with team total over here just because I think Butler's going to score in the 90s or higher. And we see maybe them score 50 in the first half, of course. So good little end to non-conference play for Butler here before Big East play really ramps up. And they're going to pour it on NJIT. Give me the team total over for Butler.
Yeah, I'm just going to lay it with Butler. Butler's killed these teams. NJIT's gone absolutely housed by the two upper echelon teams that they've played this year in Cincinnati, Louisville. So, yeah, I think Butler probably pushes mid-90s at least. I'm just going to lay it. I'm not going to overthink it, but no bet for me on this one.
Towson laying 10.5 against Sacred Heart. Over unders 145.5. I think we lay it here. You speak for yourself, but Sacred Heart off of a good win against Dartmouth. They lost to UMass Lowell. I feel like they lose to these bigger teams like a Penn State, Iona, Queens. They lost by margin. Villanova, Duquesne, teams that they just play up to a tad, but then they beat up on these kind of teams that they're more evenly matched up with, especially at home. And I don't like Sacred Heart on the road. Towson laying this many points with the Towson team, we really need to rely on their defense for sure. It is a little scary that they just scored 107 points against Notre Dame, Maryland, but Towson at home, I think that they can get this number for sure. Sacred Heart kind of plays up to pace. They can score efficiently, but Towson's defense, the way that they can defend the 3, I think it'll really stop them. I think they win by 12 to 15 points. So give me Towson here. Like I said, don't love laying this many points normally with Towson. Just the way their style of play is, but I think their defense is really going to beat up on the Pioneers here, Sacred Heart. So give me Towson.
Yeah, I'll take the under, and I'll take Sacred Heart. Towson doesn't throttle these teams at all. I mean, played Loyola Maryland, they won by 11 earlier. They played Norfolk, they won by 10, and they only scored 51. And then they lost to James Madison, and then when they played Cornell, it was like a 13-point win. And they scored 93, still gave up 80. So, and I know Cornell's better, but Sacred Heart, I think, can kind of hang around in this one. They can shoot free throws. They can shoot a little bit. So they get some shots to fall, and it's not like Towson's going to score 70, 80 points. They struggle to break that 70 barrier. So I'll take Sacred Heart in the under.
All right, little beat up there. Georgia versus West Georgia. Georgia's laying 35.5. Over under is 164.5. They're getting in and getting out. Georgia's like, I'm out of here. A little early game in Athens, 2:00. They're ready to get out. They don't want to leave at 9:00 after a 7:00 game. They're getting in and getting out on a Monday. Georgia laying this many points. Ken Palm's got it 97-68. Georgia just beats the shit out of these teams, man. I mean, lay it with Georgia. I don't love betting this many points though, personally. But
yeah, I'll just be on a Georgia team total. They've put up 100 plus in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, and 2 of them they've put up 120 plus, 3 110 plus. So yeah, just give me Georgia team total over, but probably no bet, just given it's a weird time. Just might be going through the motions more than likely. So Georgia team total over or nothing.
System play though, no. 29 predicted by 29, 35, 6 points.
Yeah, I guess. So lay it with Georgia then. I guess I'll bet this.
Yeah, I do think they could go through the motions for sure, but yeah. The books are just trying to put it as close to 40 as possible just because Georgia's been doing that. So
true.
Tulsa's laying 18.5 against Denver. Over-unders 163.5. Trevor, start us off here, my friend. Tulsa's looking good, dude. Good start to the season for them.
Yeah, Tulsa off the buzzer beater. That probably shouldn't have counted because of the screen. So I will take.
Still covered though. That's all that matters.
Yep. I will take Denver. Keep this close by 18. Fading them off the buzzer, traveling home, and Christmas break right after this. So Denver will probably be on my card tomorrow.
Yeah, shout out our good old friend Elliot Money there. He'll be back tomorrow here for the Pump Fake Pod. Tulsa, buzzer beater, total moving screen. Even Gottlieb got a Twitter. He's like, he goes, I don't do my radio show anymore. He's like, I got to tweet how he goes, great play call, but moving screen. I mean, the dude took like a massive step. He was karaokeing down the like he was just doing like a gym lineup of karaokeing on a football field. He was freaking high stepping. High knees, basically, but sick play call, perfect executed perfectly. The overhead pass, and then just a sick jump pass. I mean, even with the moving screen, whatever. That would have been awesome if the refs called that. Personally, that would have been hilarious. So, but yeah, fade the buzzer beater. Simple.
Yep.
Seattle's laying 8.5 against Texas San Antonio. Is this a true home game?
I believe so, yes.
I believe it is. Seattle, big win for them against Washington. Now they're laying this many points on the road. I know UTSA kind of sucks here. Not my favorite personally. Just because UTSA stinks. But home dog, Seattle off some big wins. I'll take UTSA, no bet. Definitely not betting this because Seattle's really good, but I think they could be a little hungover after their big upset against Washington. I mean, not big, but 8.5, 7.5 dogs. Solid win against Big Brother in Washington.
Yeah, no, I'll be betting UTSA, solely fading Seattle off of that win. Big win. They were happy. They were feeling it. They're gonna fall flat here tomorrow. So give me the Roadrunners plus the 8.5.
And I know that this is a college basketball show, but insane there by DK Metcalf. So insane. Flashbacks to Ron Artest, 2005, but not as bad. But just whoa. Sometimes I want to do that though as well too. So hilarious. Oh my God. South Carolina's laying 31.5 against South Carolina State. Over unders 144.5. Gamecockies. They beat Stetson by 31. I mean, South Carolina State is awful. 32.5 available on FanDuel. I mean, they got to play with some pride here, though. South Carolina State does, right? I mean, they are horrible. This could be a system play potentially, Trevor. but I'm fading the system. I think South Carolina State can semi-stay in this game. The teams that they've played that are in North Carolina or South Carolina, they've covered this number outside of Charleston Southern. Covered their number. I know South Carolina, solid team at times, definitely against these lower end teams, and likes to beat them up. Stetson, like I mentioned, 31 points, but at that margin, only time that they've covered it, but they have covered numbers for sure at home. But I think South Carolina State can semi-hang in it. I'll take them plus 32.5. I don't know if I'm betting it yet, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bet it. I mean, South Carolina played Citadel at home, won by 16. NCA&T was a 19-point win. Southern Miss took them to OT. They only beat Presbyterian by 20. Radford by 29. So this is definitely a spot South Carolina can State can sneak in here and win, or not win, but cover by like 4 or 5 points. So they'll lose by like 28 or something. So yeah, give me South Carolina State.
SIU Edwardsville's laying 5.5. Over/unders 136.5 against Western Illinois. SIU Edwardsville did not cover last game, but I believe they won on the road. Western Illinois semi-feisty, but at times they just can lay an egg. I think this is an egg laying for sure by Western Illinois. Edwardsville, like I said, lost at Eastern Illinois. We're semi-covering in that game. We're up, but then just blew it in the second half. The tale of two halves of Edwardsville this season has been crazy. I feel like we get one good half from them, and it's either the first or second, of course. But the other one is just great. The other one is just horrible. Complete Jekyll and Hyde behavior from Edwardsville. Now we got of them laying this many points on the road. I'll lay it with Edwardsville. I don't think I'm going to bet this one, though, just because of that Jekyll and Hyde behavior. But I think this is a spot for them on a bounce back against Eastern Illinois. Now they get to play the other directional school of Illinois. I think they beat up on this cardinal direction. So give me the Cougars here of SIUE.
Yeah, like Western Illinois at home, SIUE off the overtime loss at Eastern Illinois. They haven't been too great, and it's not like their competition they've played has been really great this year either. It's not like they've stepped up at all. I mean, they played Wisconsin. Other than that, they've been playing basically nobody's this entire year. So I'll take Western Illinois, keep it close in this rivalry one. Back-to-back road games, and they just lost to Eastern Illinois on the road. So give me Western with the 5.5. I might bet this one.
All right, Santa Barbara, a little early game here, 2:00 Pacific time against Portland. UCSB laying 8.5, over/unders 151.5. Trevor, what are you doing here?
Barbara just lost both of their road games. Now they're back home against Portland here. I think that's a spot Gauchos can pull away and win this one comfortably. They're going to need a good win going into the break. They played pretty well for the majority of this. I mean, losing at Utah Valley, not bad, and then that Green Bay loss was tough, but I think they can put their foots on the throat and beat Portland here. I mean, Portland just played at Oregon Wednesday on the road. Now they're going to go down to Santa Barbara here. They've gone on the road and lost their both home road games. Sorry, but that was Stanford, Oregon. But I still think Gauchos will be able to assert themselves and get this done. So I'll lay with Santa Barbara at the Thunderdome or whatever it's called.
I think I'm gonna wait and bet this and take Portland. Try to bet them at a higher number here. I like this Portland team. I think they've been feisty, and in the last few games they've kind of been playing up the competition for sure. Like they kind of been a little bit prepared here. And although this is UC Santa Barbara in the Thunderdome, it just feels like it really hasn't been the same Thunderdome as well. They only have lost one at home this year. Outside of that, they definitely have done well, but they just haven't been like covering these big kind of numbers. I know that they got to do it once, so I'm kind of with you there. And I was enticed on UCSB, but I think Portland, with the teams that they've been playing, they've also looked really good at home. I think they're desperate kind of for a road win, and this is not a horrible road spot for them. And now they get a little warmth here on Christmas vacation and UC Santa Barbara. I think they'll be prepped and ready to go here. I'll wait and bet Portland as I think this number is going to continue to climb. It's already up to 9 on places. But yeah, I'll take the Pilots here. Looking for maybe double digits there. And what up, Joe? Oh yeah, Abilene Christians laying 4.5 against Texas Southern. Over/unders 145.5. Oof. This kind of stinks. I feel like Abilene's kind of soft this year, man. I think I'm gonna go Texas Southern here. This line is kind of telling you, in my opinion, and I think, like I said, Abilene's been pretty soft. I think they're soft in the interior. They're soft on perimeter defense as well. And now we get Texas Southern kind of in a home spot, inter-conference game here in Houston. So, Abilene's defense super solid. They can force turnovers. It could be a problem. But if Texas Southern can limit turnovers, I think they definitely got a chance. They haven't had a D1 home win yet. Sam Houston State, Samford were their other 2 home games. They took Samford to overtime. I think they're going to be just a feisty and get up for this one and play Abilene pretty well. Abilene really slow pace for how fast kind of Texas Southern gives up a good amount of points on defense. I think the over could potentially creep over, but I don't know. I think the way Abilene kind of plays with their style, Texas Southern could potentially disrupt them at home. Give me the Tigers here, plus the points.
Yeah, I'm going to take Texas Southern. I think they're live. You got Abilene coming off of Arizona BYU road games last week, and they played at BYU on Friday. Now they're traveling back home, but to Texas Southern here. So last year was a 5-point game, I think, and Texas Southern retains 40% of the minutes from last year. So a lot of guys remember that game. I'll take Texas Southern and the points. I think they get this one done outright tomorrow.
Absolutely. Let's go Southern. Virginia laying 26.5 against American. Over/unders 152.5. Trevor, you laying it with Virginia, or you being American here? Hulk Hogan, a real American. Dan Ebbing, or whatever that song is. Who sings that song? I can't think of it. But
couldn't tell you. I will lay it with Virginia. They should have covered against Maryland. Maryland had 12 free throws, threes, and they were at the line like 20 sometimes. So I don't think American's going to be lighting them up like that, hitting as many. I think Virginia offense is just too much for them. Maybe a Virginia team total over whatever that number will be. So one way or another, I'll be on Virginia tomorrow to get this done going into break.
Yeah, and this guy's really handsome, by the way. Yeah, you're right on, dude. 10 likes. Hit that like button. Come on, guys. It would be greatly appreciated for sure. And, Danny Dumpship, good cover by Valpo today. Depending on what number you got. UTEP hit a buzzer 3. They were down 4 on the final possession, trailed all game, and lost in the Don Haskins Festival. Unbelievable. UTEP's very bad this year. I couldn't put my money on UTEP. I actually picked Norfolk plus the points. Didn't bet it either, just due to the fact that Norfolk's kind of been slumping as well. So I couldn't bet suck for this one. And nice job, Dusty, for sure. 7-4, good stuff.
There you go.
I could see that for sure. A little team total under action for American. But the way Virginia's kind of style of play is this season, I'm not trying to rush for it personally. I'll take Virginia. I'm not betting this though. I think we see the bad side of American this game versus what we've seen this season. They just fought really hard against VCU, still putting up 83 points, which is a lot of points for an American team. So I do think they could be gassed, but I think I'll just lay it with Virginia, no bet. Ooh, IU laying 23.5 against Siena. The over-under is 143.5. Trevor laid it with – I did not bet IU Chicago State. I knew that would be a go-through-the-motions game for sure. Wish I was on the pod when we were talking about it in the comments. I would have strayed you off of Indiana because they definitely like that. The first 10 minutes of the game, it's like, oh wow, yeah, I think they could do it. And then 52 points in the first half, and then you put 26 in the second. Just embarrassing. Pretty consistent defense throughout the day for IU. Now you got Siena with this many points. The Siena team's really good. I think Siena's a worthy team to potentially bet here at the number, especially with IU going into Christmas break. They don't play till January 4th, so ton of time off for the Hoosiers. Now you get a good Siena team. I think they'll be fired up. Jerry McNamara gets to get these guys playing in Assembly Hall. Early game, I don't think it'll be the most packed for sure, but it'll still be a good environment. Very special for them. I think they'll be getting up for sure. Potentially, a first half for Siena. Second half, I think it's even worthy for them to cover, but I'm going to gauge them by betting the over. I'm going to take that. I think we see this game just get over where Siena can score a good amount of points. The Hoosiers score points after scoring 52 in the first half and then 78 only total. So I think we get a little fiery first half for out of both teams. And if Siena can keep up and keep the pace at the number, I think we just see the over. So give me the over 143.5 in this one.
I'll lay it with Indiana. They just did their through the motions game with Chicago State. They're not going to do that with Siena, and Siena's played nobody. When they've stepped up, Bonnie's, Colgate, and Vermont, they've all lost those games and by double digits. Minus Colgate was a 3-point game, but Canisius, Niagara, Maine, American, Longwood, Holy Cross, Albany, Brown, Bryant, they're playing nobodies. I'll lay it with Indiana. They kicked their ass by 30 and going to break with a big win.
Closet Hoosier fan this season, Trevor?
No, they can actually score and play basketball this year. Something they haven't done in almost a decade plus. So I'll lay it with them tomorrow. And Siena's just, I don't think they're good. You scheduled absolute nobodies to play. So it kind of just tells me what J-Mac thinks of about his team. I don't think he's too high on this team either. If you're scheduling Niagara, Maine, Holy Cross, all of these for your knock-ons, not really testing yourself. I think that pretty much just tells me all I need to know about Siena this year.
Yeah, even if the Hoosiers score, if they score 90, 100 points, that'll be great. I'd love that. Be awesome. Puzzo, what up? What up? Back in the chat. Annual PSA or daily PSA from Puzzo. Cheers. Georgetown's laying 30.5 against Coppin State. Over-under's 148.5. Just threw a water bottle at a toddler at Cooley. What are we doing, man?
Yeah, I'll take Georgetown's team total over. Coppin State just gives up 90, 95 plus every single game. They lost by 33 to Navy, gave up 88. 107 to Radford, 87 to Joe's, 92 to Liberty, 91 to West Virginia, 95 to Loyola, Maryland, 101 to VCU, 100 to South Florida, 82, 84, 87. They just give up points. So I'll take Georgetown team total over to put a thumping on Coppin State here.
Yeah, I don't know. This game's funny to me because I want to bet it just after all the drama that kind of happened there. So do these guys get up for that? Is it a little random? I don't know. It's a lot of points for me. I'll take Coppin State plus the points. I'll wait to bet this if I do. Check the page, but most likely won't just because Coppin State's terrible. Boston College laying 17.5 against Fairleigh Dickinson. Chestnut Hill laying this many points. Disgusting. This is disgusting in my opinion, but Fairleigh Dickinson, really bad this year for sure. It's been a tough watch. They can't defend at all whatsoever. But laying this many points with Boston College, Trevor, do you want to do that? I don't, not at all.
No, I'm inclined to take fair dick.
Yeah,
Here, Boston College shouldn't be laying double digits, let alone 17 to anybody in the country. I'll lock up fair dick with 17.5. Plug your nose special.
I mean, they beat Citadel by 31. Outside of that, they haven't dominated. New Haven was a 4-point game. I think we've seen enough from that. I'm not going to buy into the soup and fall into that at all whatsoever. So, yeah, I'll take the Knights plus the points as well. That's hilarious, by the way. I think that under definitely could hit for sure. Syracuse minus 22.5, over unders 130.5. Syracuse did not cover against Mercyhurst, took Mercyhurst. That was a fun little cover. And then they didn't cover against Northeastern either. Right, Trevor? Your rhythm play the day hit there?
Yeah. It was a little sweaty, but it got home. Got home with that. It was got a little dicey, but Northeastern put a surge on late and got it done. I mean, Syracuse was hitting every single free throw and still couldn't cover. So I'm inclined to just take a stab with Stonehill again. It's disgusting, but Syracuse laying 22 points is a no-no. So I'll take Stonehill. Probably no bet, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been like, can they score really? I personally don't think so at all. Or score enough points is what's scary to me. And I think where we see Stonehill kind of thrive on offense. I mean, thrive is kind of a heavy word there, but where Stonehill likes to distribute their points is shooting the three. I think they go and shoot threes. They're going to find gaps in between that 2-3 zone. And, I think even if we see Syracuse winning by 25, 30 points, they're very susceptible to giving up a random late point. I think we see, kind of give up as well, like we saw with Mercyhurst covering. So, yeah, I don't know if they're just beating these teams up the margin just like they were earlier in the season. Something kind of happened after that Las Vegas MTE. So, yeah, I'll take a stab with Stonehill as well. Not my favorite there. Do we wait to bet this, or do you think we should bet it now?
I don't know. Probably wait. People are going to probably like Syracuse. No one wants to bet Stonehill anyway. So,
yeah, let's wait to bet Stonehill. Already up to 23.5 as well, too. Yep, and let's go, Rex. Let's go. Rex Grossman, let's go. I've seen Stonehill come back late in those three to speak of. Yes, Rex Grossman, Bears legend, Trevor's favorite team. Wright State laying 6.5 against Eastern Michigan. What are you doing here? I don't love laying points with Wright State this season. It's just not fun to me lately. But I mean, I feel like it's Wright State or nothing for me.
Yeah, I don't know. Eastern Michigan's been all right. I mean, they just played Fort Wayne on the road, lost, and then Akron lost. Wright State coming off back-to-back losses, loses to 4 of their last 5. I'll take a stab with Eastern Michigan, but I don't like it on the road. So Eastern Michigan, no bet, though.
I'll bet Wright State just on the fact that they're able to force turnovers. They kind of like to get in a transition a ton. I think that could be a problem for Eastern Michigan especially. And, I mean, Eastern Michigan's not horrible. Even on the road, they've kind of proved that they're solid. But, we've seen Wright State at home beat up on some of these teams, like a Green Bay, for instance. So Radford was on a neutral, Stetson on the road. So outside of that, they've played pretty good competition, and they've had some time off since almost 6 days off. So I think they'll be ready to go. I'll take Wright State here. What's Wright State's team total? Is that 74.5? 76.5? Need to pull up my phone. Do you have anything on that, Trevor?
I don't have anything listed up yet for those that I'm seeing anywhere.
All right, you can go take the next one. I'll find that right now. VCU's laying 31.5 against Wright, or what you doing here?
Well, probably just lay it with VCU. Riders horrible. Maybe a Rider team total under. This team is scoring 57, 38, 58, 66, 65, 45, 65. They're routinely getting just pieced up by almost 30 points. So, and they can't score. So I'll lay it with VCU or a Rider team total under. Not sure how I'll play this, but it'll be a fade of Rider one way or another in this one.
Wright State team total 72.5. Trevor?
It's interesting. I don't hate it. It's low enough. I'd take a gamble with it. They're at home too, so.
Yeah, I know that they play kind of slow and whatnot, but at home they've been able to score a good amount. We just haven't seen them go on. I mean, I know Eastern Michigan's going to play at a snail's pace, definitely not an Eagles pace, but I like that. I like that too. Wright State team total 72.5. All right, no bet for me. I'll take VCU's team total as well against Martelli or Martelli against a bad Rider defense, but no bet. High Point's laying 16.5 against Bryant. Over-under's 154.5. Bryant's so bad. But I feel like High Point just hasn't been covering these games as of late. But with High Point's high-powered offense, I think they'll be kind of ready to go. They got a D2 game left, and then a New Year's Eve game on the road against Asheville. That's going to be fun. Kicking off Big South play on New Year's Eve. That's appointment television, by the way, on your Wednesday night. I'll lay it with High Point. I don't know if I'm going to bet this one, though. What about you?
Yeah, High Point hasn't been covering these big numbers. They've really struggled doing that lately. But I don't want to play Bryant on the road at High Point. Maybe an over. I could see. I mean, Bryant does struggle to score a little bit, but High Point hasn't been putting these teams away, and Bryant can give up buckets to anybody. So it would be an over or nothing for me in this one.
All right. St. Joe's 8.5 against Coastal Carolina, over under 142.5. This game, kind of fun. Coastal's definitely improved this season. They're not great though. Let's see. St. Joe's, both battle of good defenses here. I think both these teams like to kind of play in the interior just a bit, kind of distribute their points. And I think that's where Coastal Carolina is going to have to be able to do that. But off of a road win, I mean, this is their sixth road game in a row. They've been on the road all of December. I know it's not a terrible travel spot to Philadelphia, but just playing out in Old Dominion, St. Joe's can beat up on these teams. I kind of like an under here. How about you?
Yeah, I don't hate an under. I'll lay it with St. Joe's. I mean, Coastal just got a road win at ODU, held them off, and now this is, like you said, what, their sixth road game in a row, all this month too. So they've been traveling, doing a lot of it. St. Joe's off of the big Delaware stomping after Syracuse. I think they can crush Coastal too in this one. I mean, Coastal doesn't turn the ball over, but they can't shoot for shit. And St. Joe's shoots 77%. Get a lot at the line, and Coastal fouls a ton and puts you at the line. So I think St. Joe's is going to score plenty of points. I think they'll be able to win this game by double digits.
Yeah, I'm not a yeah, I'm not fun. I don't love laying this many points. I think the 144 is also available. I'm gonna let this go up and then take an under. I don't love laying that many points with Joe's. I think we see a definite under with how much they're gonna be playing in the inside and living in there. Oh, Trevor, yeah, woo! West Virginia's laying 41.5 against Mississippi Valley State. Dude, let's bet Mississippi Valley State.
I don't know if they'll even score 40 points. Give me a Mississippi Valley team total under. Whatever it is, don't care. I'll bet it.
47.5.
Yeah, give me the under. They're not going to have enough possessions to even score that many points. I mean, they just put up 49 against Florida State with the amount of possessions they play, 64, 49 against Kansas State, 52 against Monroe. They put up 56 against Hawaii, 60 against Murray, 55 against UAB. They can definitely not score 40 points in this game. No problem. So I'll take the team total under, no problem here.
I know West Virginia is going to drill them, but I mean, and they had time off against their double overtime, so they definitely had this game circled. Ross Hodge can certainly do this, but I don't think they can beat this team by margin, whoever it is, even if it is Mississippi Valley State. You just don't know what you're going to get with this Mississippi Valley State team, but I'm taking them. Last time I'll bet them maybe this season. Well, I'll probably bet them once this conference play, maybe two. But hey, the times I bet Mississippi Valley State this season, I'm 1-1 this season on Mississippi Valley State. 1-1. I think we got them on the island, and then we didn't get them. Can't remember exactly what game it was. I think it was a game they were kind of in it in the first half and then lost. Oh yeah, Tarleton State. They were in it in the first half, then just laid an egg in the second half. So, but yeah, I'll take them plus 40, whatever. I don't think West Virginia can beat that team by that many points, but this is Mississippi Valley State. Don't bet on that team. You got better teams. Oh boy, Temple laying double digits against Princeton. God, Princeton kind of sucks. I mean, every time I feel like the name of Princeton and who they are is what's damn near more enticing for us here. And the way Princeton's kind of style of play has been, just hasn't really been up to par for me. Fuck. I don't love it. I don't love it at all, personally. I just don't know. Temple's a good team for sure. And I think Temple's offense is definitely high octane. They've been showing that they can kind of play slow. They can play fast, up tempo. Definitely versatile offense for this Adam Fisher team. They don't turn the ball over. That's where Princeton's issue is. But this is a lot of points. God. Temple's going to drill them though. I'll take Temple's team total over. I think Temple's going to get up the pace. The way they don't turn the ball over, and the way Princeton does is going to be an issue. But kind of worried about a random backdoor where Princeton can hang in there. But I think we see Temple be just fine. I'm going to take their team total over 76.5.
Yeah, I'll take Princeton. Second time they played this year. They played on neutral as a 4-point game. But Princeton can't win games, but they're not getting blown out. 3-point loss, 5-point, 5-point, 2-point, 5-point, 4-point. Bradley blew them out. And then, games before that, they got killed by Akron, Kansas. Iona beat them by 20. But other than that, they've hung around in these games. Temple off the big road win at Davidson, and now traveling back home to play this before break. I think they kind of go through the motions. Give me Princeton keeping this close at 11.5. Finals are over too, so they'll be fine. They've had 12 days off. They'll be ready to come out and play this game.
Yep. I hope so. I'd like to see a better game, and I think if Princeton can stay in it, it's even better for my team total over, just like we saw in the last game, like you mentioned. Trevor, this is a question for you. I know you got some stuff. Oh my gosh, Tim Duncan's watching our games. Hey, never know, Tim Duncan. Never know. Is there a reliable website?
Yeah, Jordan Majewski on Twitter. That's the best way I found. It's I don't know. I mean, it's not really reliable, but he follows all the beat reporters and retweets all the information and everything when he finds it. So just give him a follow on Twitter. Well worth it. I turn his notifications on during the season until it's over. So that's how I get my injury information for college basketball. There's really no incredibly reliable way. I mean, Rothstein will tweet some things sometimes. So that's about it. That's all I really got in that area. Jacksonville is at Florida State tomorrow. Where is this game? Here we go. Florida State off of the Mississippi Valley drilling of almost 50 points. Jacksonville coming in losers of 2 straight. Texas A&M beat them by almost 40 the other night. And then Florida A&M just beat them by 7, and now they're hitting the road again to play Florida State. This feels like another spot Florida State takes personally and drills them. They've gotten killed 5 games prior to Mississippi Valley. I think they continue to take their anger out and score. I'm not sure Jacksonville will be able to hang in there and score. I mean, even with all those possessions against A&M, they still lost by almost 40. They only scored 65 on A&M, 65 on FIU, lost that game by 23, 53 on Pacific, lost by 13, 57 to George Mason, 64, 67. I mean, they can't score for shit. Florida State's going to have a ton of possessions. They're gonna run it up on them. I'm going to lay it with Florida State tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it here as well. I love Florida State in this spot. We've seen Florida State do this before. I think everything you said there was spot on. Florida State runs one of the fastest teams in the country. I don't think Jacksonville is going to be able to keep up at all with Florida State's offense, and their defense just not the same as it's been over the last couple of years for the Dolphins. So I don't think their style of play can match them at all. So I like Florida State here minus. I believe 23.5 is open on DraftKings as well too. So go to take minus 23.5 on DraftKings Florida State. Take it now. Duquesne's laying 20.5 against Canisius. Over unders 141.5. Canisius is so bad. They're so bad, dude. But I don't love laying points with Duquesne, this many especially. They let their D2 opponent score 80 points. I'll wait and see where this number goes. I'm not going to write this off as a no bet immediately, but not going to be rushing to bet Canisius, so probably doesn't make my cards. But I'll take them plus the points. I think that they can kind of semi-hang in this. And like I said, I don't love laying points with Duquesne, even at home personally. But with how fast that they run, definitely 2 clash styles of play. but only beat Sacred Heart by 12, Niagara by 20, Loyola by 14, Central State by 21 at home, Stony Brook by 9. I know Canisius is really bad, but some of those teams that I mentioned are pretty bad as well. Give me Canisius plus the points. Wait to look and see what happens. Probably no bet though, most likely. Yeah, no bet.
Yeah, I don't know. This game, I don't want to lay 20 with Duquesne, but I don't want to bet 20 with Canisius. Give me an under. Gross game. Canisius struggles. Duquesne kind of goes through the motions and pulls the gas foot off the gas late to get this done. So I'll go under, but no bet for me in this one.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta be consistent with it. Yeah, same cap every time because Canisius is pretty consistently ass. But hey, I bet him a couple times ago. Rhode Island's laying 10.5 against Northeastern. Over-under's 144.5. Trevor, you going back to the well of Northeastern, or are you laying it with little Archie here?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to get cute with Northeastern twice in a row. They just scored 83, which is, pretty. One of their higher scoring games this year. Rhode Island off of the Canisius when they only put up 62. They shot 12 of 27 inside, 9 of 34 from 3. They're just lucky that Canisius shot like 30% on the other sides, but I don't hate Northeastern. I mean, they can at least make their free throws and stuff, but Rhode Island does love getting to the free throw line. That could be an issue, stopping the clock, scoring points. So maybe an over, but I don't like laying double digits with Rhode Island, so I'll take Northeastern in the over in this one.
Yeah, I'll take Northeastern here as well. I like Northeastern on the spot just because it's Archie and Rhode Island. What we've seen from Rhode Island is that they like to slow it down. So we need Northeastern to be able to not just only score 50 points, because I do think Rhode Island gets in a low 70 position. I think Northeastern definitely is a little worrisome off their spot, but where Northeastern thrives is defending the 3. And, Rhode Island, where they like to thrive, is taking it inside. So they need to just kind of stick to their game. But we've seen, watching Rhode Island, we've kind of seen in games where they go out of style a little bit and try to live and die off the 3 after playing kind of a knockout, drag-out game with Canisius. So I think they kind of go out try to go out with a bang against this Northeastern team. But who knows what we'll see. Give me Northeastern plus the points. I think it's just a little bit too much to lay it with the Rams. LSU's laying 29.5 against Prairie View A&M. Over-under is 156.5. This line has jumped up in the 30s now, 30.5 with LSU. LSU's been kicking the shit out of these teams. Now Prairie View A&M, not even 2 days ago, scored 101 points against Paul Quinn College. They're not gonna be able to score. I know the LSU, they lay an egg against Siena after kind of dominating a lot of these games here. I'll take the team total under 63.5 for Prairie View A&M. I think we see an absolute fade spot here after, like I said, they just put up 101.
Yeah, I'll go with LSU. They got too much length, athleticism for Prairie View. Prairie View's offense is going to take a major step back after putting up 100 points. They can't do that consistently. So I think LSU just kind of punks them from the jump, and this game's never close.
All right, brother. Take it away with Wisconsin laying 30.5 against Central Michigan. Oh, my God. This Wisconsin team, they're angry, right? They got their angry eyes on.
Yeah, I think so. This isn't the last time I'm going to lay it with them. They are at home, but Central Michigan's been bad, man. They played St. Louis and lost by 42. Bradley beat them by 31. South Alabama was a tight game, but Marquette still beat them by double digits, which is basically like losing to Canisius by 20. So this is just a rough spot for them. I mean, Wisconsin beat Campbell by 32 earlier this year. Northern Illinois was almost a 30-piece. Ball State was a 31-burger. SIUE, they won by 25. They beat Marquette by 20. I'm going to lay with Wisconsin. If they can't cover this, if they just look like shit again, then so be it. But, I mean, their press conferences after with Winter and some of these other players, they were crying and they were pissed. They play like shit. And they're they seem to be pretty pissed off about that. So I'm going to lay the 30.5 one last time. And if they can't cover this, then good riddance. But yeah, it's not something I love, but I'm going to do it one more time just to see how they do.
I'm not laying this many. I'll pick Wisconsin. I think they definitely have a chance to smash Central Michigan, but I can't bet this one with you. I'm sorry. Need to see it from Wisconsin before I bet on it. But yeah, I think it's definitely a smash spot. So I'll be rooting for you. Closet Wisconsin fan here too. Closet Hoosier fan over there. It's funny. Texas Arlington is laying 2.5 against Oral Roberts, over under 140.5. Okay. I hate both of these teams personally. Betting on them this year. Let's see what we got here. You got Arlington, who just plays at a weird spot, weird pace. Don't love them on the road either. But, I mean, this is Oral Roberts, who Arlington's defense has been able to travel. We see Oral Roberts can certainly be a dud on offense. So, I think Arlington's defense could definitely be an issue here. But don't love laying points on the road. I'll take UTA on the road and kind of watch the line. I'll take a money line. Let's go. I'll take UTA money line. I think they do fine just against Oral Roberts, but and their defense is going to be very disruptive and cause major issues for Oral Roberts here.
Yeah, it's Oral Bob or nothing for me, but I've not been too in love with this Oral team this year. They've been let me down big time. Arlington has looked, fairly good, but this will be their fourth road game in a row, third in about 10 days. So going from Rio Grande up to Stanford and then down to back to Oral Bob here in Oklahoma. So give me Oral Bob Oral Bob at home, but no real conviction on this one.
Grand Canyon laying a good amount of points against IU Indy. IU Indy's freaking terrible, but they press, man. They can stay in this. They can stay in this. But I saw I saw IU Indy play. They could really struggle. But we know what IU Indy's pace is going to run like. They just put up 126 points last time out against Miami Middletown. But we've seen them kind of fade out now in a weird travel spot. But no way I'm laying this many points with the Grand Canyon team that just went on the road in Laramie and won. So give me IU Indy plus the points. I think their press keeps them alive against Grand Canyon. I'll let this number climb too.
Yeah, I don't know. I might take a Grand Canyon team total over. It's pretty high. It's 97. I don't think they've scored 97 this year at all. They have not, and we're getting a team total that high. IU Indy just loves to press, but you break that press, you're just getting wide open layups. And IU Indy's very turnover prone. They give the ball away. They foul a ton. I mean, this is just I just see avenues for Grand Canyon getting free points, via press turnovers at the free throw line. Give me the Grand Canyon team total over 97. It's high for a reason. They're gonna put up 100 plus here at home. I mean, this place is always lit as hell too. So there won't be I know the students aren't going to be there, but that place still gets packed out with locals. So give me the over 97 for Grand Canyon in this one.
Creighton laying 19.5 against Utah Tech. Dixie State over-unders 144.5. Creighton's catching some fire lately. 2 wins in a row. Dominant performance on the road against Xavier. They're good win. I mean, okay win against Marquette. This line kind of reeks, doesn't it? They're going to win by 20. This line kind of reeked to you a little bit.
A little bit. Utah Tech is off of a win though. At Weber State, big road win. Now they got to go play Creighton. Creighton just kicked the hell out of Marquette Xavier. I know it's Jacob's talking about sandwich spots, but they got Christmas break on deck. I think it's more teams just how are they going to do for that? You're going to get off for a week or so, taking a break. So will they just go through the motions or not? This line kind of insinuates that they will. But Utah Tech isn't great. They can't shoot. They turn the ball over. They don't get to the free throw line, and their defense is pretty spotty too. They got size, so maybe they get some extra rebounds and fight with Creighton on the boards and take away extra possessions, get some extra possessions. But it'd be over 144 and a half for me or nothing. I think Creighton gets buckets. I think Utah Tech can score just enough to help out here, but I don't really love too much in this game.
Yeah, I'll take Utah Tech plus the points. I'll definitely let this number climb up for sure. But yeah, Creighton's definitely catching fire. So let's go, Utah Tech. I think they keep it within 20 points. Buffalo Sabres ass logo there. Kansas laying 16.5 against Davidson. Trevor, what are you doing here with the Jayhawks? Slow ass pace here. 130 game here, 137, 136 total. Shop around. What you got here? And Davidson walking into a rock chalk at 17.5. Now it's shot up a little bit.
Yeah, Davidson off of didn't they just lose? I believe. Where did they win?
Davidson lost to Temple.
They lost to Temple. That's right.
Temple plus 5.5. Fun one.
Yep, Kansas coming in.
They had beat Mercyhurst by like 30 before then, though, or like 20 something. Yeah. 30 something. Sorry.
Yeah. No Peterson for what you call it? Phil Self. At least I don't think so. I don't think he played last game. Yeah, he didn't play last game again. They're not going to bother putting him in here for this one. I think it's a get-up spot for Davidson. Off of a loss, you get to go play Allen Fieldhouse. Students won't be there. Environment may be a little tame. Jared Peterson. I'll take Davidson to bounce back and cover this number with the 16.5.
Yeah, I think Davidson for sure can hang in there. Definitely, I think a first half is a potential play as well. I think they can keep it within 10 points in the first half, especially how they looked offensively last game. I think we see just a little bit of bounce back on offense-wise. Just could be worried about a full 40 minutes with this Davidson and style of play. So I like Davidson plus the points first half. Hard Rock, I see some places, I don't know about that. Have 10.5 first half, 9.5. So, yeah, in that range, I'm going to take 10.5 first half for Davidson. I think they can keep it in margin and play up and be ready to go in Allen Fieldhouse, get excited, especially after laying an egg offensively.
100%.
Texas big number against Maryland Eastern Shore. Didn't Texas just already have a big win already again recently, Trevor?
Texas?
Yeah, I think they played. It was somebody like lowly team, low major.
Yeah, they bully these shit teams.
Lemoyne, that's right.
Lemoyne, yeah, they beat
I
them by
love Lemoyne.
42.
Hey, good cover against St. Bonaventure on Saturday. Lemoyne. I love this team. I love the Dolphins, but yeah, Texas definitely beats up on these teams. But do they do it 2 times in a row? I think this could be a go through motions, but I don't love Maryland Eastern Shore. They're horrible. I'll pick them. No bet. Maryland Eastern Shore, that is. No bet for sure.
Yeah, I might just be on Texas team total or something, or a Texas laying the 30. I mean, they've drilled these teams. I mean, Lafayette 37, Fair Dick was a 35-point win. Ryder was a 34-point win. Southern was a 26-point win, and Lemoyne was just a 42-point win. So they beat the shit out of these teams. Just mad. Just how much do they actually care? That's the thing. But I wouldn't be betting Eastern Shore. So give me Texas laying the 33. Just pummel Eastern Shore here.
North Carolina laying 27.5 against East Carolina. Over-unders 144.5. North Carolina just off of a good win against Ohio State. Covered a number against East Tennessee State, but, listen, I know East Carolina is awful, but intrastate battle here. North Carolina for sure defensively is solid. But the last time that they covered this margin was against North Carolina Central. They didn't do it against Navy. I know East Carolina is absolutely horrible, and offensively they've been disgusting. They have won 2 games in a row, maybe have found something with no look-ahead spot available after their start to the season. But normally, like if East Carolina was actually who they were and what they've been, this number would have been like what we saw with an East Tennessee State number, I feel like. So now we kind of have a weird spot here. I'll take East Carolina plus the major points. I don't think UNC can cover, but please don't just suck like you do, East Carolina. Please kind of get up for this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah. East Carolina's offense is horrendous.
So bad.
I would go under. I think East Carolina's best chance in this game they know is defense, taking the air out of the ball, playing less possession. So I think it's going to be an under game, under 144. Again, no students here. Low energy. It's just going to be kind of feels like a grinder game. So I'll take the under 144.5.
Illinois is laying 8.5. It says Missouri there. It's a mistake. Illinois is laying 8.5. Over under is right though, 154.5. This is in St. Louis, so a neutral site game, I believe. But a total good battle here, whatsoever for sure. Missouri, they haven't really played too well against solid teams. I mean, Kansas got blown out, and Notre Dame lost by 5. They did beat Minnesota, but now you got this gauntlet of the SEC loading up. I mean, not the best SEC, but definitely their schedule is kind of tough going into Rupp, and then they play Auburn, LSU, Georgia, Oklahoma, Alabama. So, it's not too friendly start for a Missouri team that's kind of finding who they are and trying to find their identity versus an Illinois team that I feel like has a solid spot. Now they've had 9 days to stew off of a home loss to Nebraska. I'm going to lay the 8.5 here with Illinois. I think that beat Missouri. I think they definitely dominate them. Maybe Missouri keeps it close in the first half, but we see Illinois win by like 12. Their defense picks it up, and Illinois' size and efficiency gets it done, while Missouri still kind of looks for their identity going into conference play with Dennis Gates.
Yeah, I kind of like Missouri here. Illinois I was high on, but they just haven't really seemed to click. That Ohio State game was a lot closer than the 8-point final. They pulled away late with some free throws and whatnot. Nebraska came in and got them. They played Alabama, lost. Texas Tech was a 4-point game. That was a true road game for Texas Tech.
A way better team than Missouri, though. For sure.
I know that was the third game of the year, and that was a straight road game, pure road game. So I think their cards were stacked up against Texas Tech there, but Illinois hasn't really been too impressive to me to lay 9.5 points on the road, and this game is in St. Louis, Missouri, so it's going to be basically a pseudo home crowd for Mizzou. I'm going to take Missouri with the 9.5. I think this is a tight game. Comes down to the end also. In this one, I just don't think Illinois has showed enough to warrant laying almost double digits and basically a true road game.
Let's have Illinois win by 9. Got Illinois 8.5. So how about that? We'll have Illinois win by 9. But listen, Illinois, this is their fourth game on a neutral. Missouri's only played one. It's not really, not St. Louis, whatever. But yeah, a lot of points. We're battling there. Let's go. Let's go, Illini. Oh, God. Memphis laying 17.5 against Alabama State. This Memphis team is awful. Memphis is awful. I don't want any part of them. They lack heart. They don't have anything. I don't know who's going to win that conference. I feel like there's a lot of teams that are just very mid at that conference this year, other than maybe it's UAB yet again, or a South Florida team. So Alabama State, what is it, Trevor? Their 5th road game in a row. They've been cashing checks. This number stinks. I'm not laying that many points with Memphis. I'll take Alabama State. No bet.
Yeah, I'll take Alabama State. I might bet it. I get Memphis coming in 3 straight losses, but Penny laying 17.5 points is ridiculous for a team that really doesn't have an identity or know what they're doing, and they play sloppy ball. Alabama State also played Missouri tight to an 8-point game on the road. New Mexico at the Pit was a 6-point game. Colorado busted them. Florida State busted them. And Cincinnati. But 2 out of those 3 are tough road games, and they hung tight. And I don't have faith in Penny to cover a big number like this against anyone. You back him as a dog, fade him as a favorite, especially a big favorite like this. So give me Alabama State 17.5. They lose by 14.
Oh, best of luck. Arizona against Bethune-Cookman. Arizona's laying 30.5 here. Lay it. I'm not going to lay it. This is the best team in the country, potentially. Them, Michigan, and Iowa State duking it out here for start a non-conference best team. Maybe we need to bring back that maybe at the start of the episodes, we bring back that little grid, Trevor, that we did earlier in the season, and little non-conference kind of rewards situation, a little reward of awards for those 3 best teams are the 3 best teams this season. But it's a lot of points. But I don't think Bethune can really hang though here with Arizona and their size. I'll lay it here with the Wildcats.
Give me a Bethune team total under. We just saw Arizona hold San Diego State to 45. Abilene 62, Alabama to 75, Auburn to 68. They can hold teams down, and Bethune struggles to score. 53, 60, 56, 54, 64, 61. They struggle to score points, especially against elite teams. And Tommy Lloyd, I don't think is going to have these guys going through the motions on a home game here. So I'll take the Bethune team total under, whatever it is.
I'll take the team total under with you. I'll pivot to that. I don't know why I said it was 30.5. It's 39.5. So as much as I think they're still going to drill, it's not going to be the best lay spot. It is a 55.5 team total.
Oh, yeah. Under.
Let's go. Oklahoma is laying 29.5 against Stetson. Over-unders 148. Stetson's so bad. And then they just scored 95 off their last game. It's been a while since they've played, but we kind of see like Oklahoma, like they have spots where they are looking like they're going to cover this big number. They're playing solid, and then they kind of just fall flat and look like they just don't really care, kind of turn off the gas a little bit and lay it off of the teams. But Stetson's so bad. I'm not going to put money on that. I'll lay it with Oklahoma, no bet.
Yeah, lay it, no bet. Don't like anything in this game. Looked earlier, had no feel for anything. So, yeah, Oklahoma or nothing. But I'm not laying 30 with Oklahoma.
BYU's laying 35.5 against Eastern Washington. Over-unders 161.5. What are you doing here, Trevor? Big number here for BYU yet again.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of just had their go through the motion game against Abilene Christian.
Yep.
Eastern Washington off of Utah on Saturday. They gave up 101 to Utah. I think BYU drills them. That 35.5 feels pretty telling. So I'll take like what's a BYU team total if it's
98.5.
98. I'll take that. I'll take the 98.5. This feels like a 106, like 64 kind of game. So give me BYU team total over. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'll lay it here with BYU. We just saw them beat up Pacific, and then like you said, go through the motion spot. And I don't think this Eastern Washington team can handle with how physical kind of BYU can play. It's a system play, man. I'm riding with it. We don't have too many of these left. I mean, we do, but there's a lot more, I would say, in the non-conference games for sure with these big numbers. CSUN laying 10.5 against Sac State. Over-unders 162.5. Sac State sucks, but CSUN's kind of been a little bit Sac State, they're kind of overrated a little bit. Even though I love Mike Bibby, I'm going to support them. But I think Cal State can get it done. I'll lay it. I don't know if I love it enough to bet it here just because, Cal State at home definitely picks it up versus them going on the road. It's a 5-point game on Ken Palm, so I'll lay it here with Cal State. I think we see Sacramento State hang around for the most part, but they kind of get gassed out. But I'll bet Cal State Northridge. I think we see a number here where the books are kind of telling you that CSUN's going to kind of whip them into shape to start off going into the turn of the year.
Yeah, I'm going to lay it with CSUN. I mean, they've had they've had we can't do math here. 3 home games against D1 teams. They beat North Dakota by I'm sorry, not North Dakota, Troy by 9. They beat Bakersfield by 19, and Fresno State was a 2-point game. But they followed up with a Delaware 22-point road win. They can drill teams. They can score buckets. I'll lay the 10.5 with them. Sac State's horrible. They just played a decent game against Cal Baptist. I mean, Pacific beat them by 14. Santa Barbara beat them by 5. Davis beat them by 4. So I just think Northridge offense is good enough and has proven that when they're at home, they can crush teams by double digits here. So I'll take CSUN laying the 10.5.
Let's go CSUN. I'm in. Washington is laying 19.5 against San Diego. Over-unders 156.5. We got Washington off of a loss against – this is algebra, Trevor. Let's talk about math for a second. Washington off of a loss, and then we got San Diego off of a buzzer beater. Listen, I love this Steve Lavin team in San Diego. I think they've definitely picked it up this season, improved a ton, and played well against the competition that they're up to, and have been solid at home. But we have them off of a buzzer beater, and Washington off of a loss against Seattle. This is in Alaska Airlines, so we get Washington. I think this is a lay spot here for the Huskies here. So give me Washington. They're going to win by high 20s here against a San Diego team that's definitely up and gotten up to competition. Only lost to USC by 13, but they didn't have a buzzer beater, and USC didn't have a bad loss against a team that they probably shouldn't lose to in Seattle. So give me Washington laying it.
Yep, I'm with you. Lay it with Washington. They're going to dismantle San Diego here. They haven't got the big win at UC San Diego, the in-city rivalry. Washington comes back home and pummels them. It's going to be ugly. They're going to win this game by 25 plus. So give me Washington. Lay it.
All right. Northern Iowa, Southern St. Mary's. This game is fire. A little late, so we'll probably be doing the pump fake pod, watching the second half of these Washington, CSUN, and now this game. Some fire games here. We get St. Mary's, who only beat Florida Atlantic by 13. Northern Iowa, who just plays at a suffocating pace where they're going to try to slow you down. And now we got St. Mary's doing the same thing here. I can't believe I want to fade St. Mary's off of or at home, but I'm really enticed to do this just with how, like I said, slow that Northern Iowa likes to play, and how slow St. Mary's plays. Both teams defensively are juggernauts, and I think that defense can definitely travel for Northern Iowa. We saw them kind of not play great offensively against Illinois Chicago. They've had a good amount of rest and time for this travel spot. Man, I can't believe I might be falling into the trap here. I'll take Northern Iowa plus the points here against St. Mary's.
Yeah, Northern Iowa for me too. They've played really well. They played Tulsa to a 3-point loss. Wichita State on the road. I'm sorry, that was at home. Was an overtime loss, 5 points, but sixth most returning minutes in the country for this team. St. Mary's, I know they dominated, but they're still a newer roster here, and big get-up spot for Northern Iowa. If they could somehow pull this out of their ass and beat St. Mary's and Gallaga, that'll really boost their resume for the postseason. So I think this is a get-up spot. I think they keep this close. I don't think there's even going to be enough possessions where St. Mary's can win this game by double digits. So give me Northern Iowa here. They keep it close.
All right. That is our show. I know we got some other games. I didn't see lines on them, just the North Dakota State, UTEP, and then UC Irvine versus Norfolk State. So our picks will be on the sheet there for sure for those games. Trevor, are you cool with our rhythm play of the day being Florida State minus 23.5? Looks like rhythm taking in account the statistics, but also maybe taking in account that Florida State's going to play a little bit pissed off here and run up tempo, of course. We both liked Florida State. Rhythm really likes it as well. So I think we ride with that for our play of the day and lay a big number for once with rhythm play of the day here. And for maybe one of our final plays for as we wind down non-conference season.
Yeah, I already got 2 units on Florida State, so that actually works pretty well for me. That rhythm likes it too. We just go with that. That works for me.
Yeah, pretty easy to see that and get that motivation. That is 23-5, by the way. And actually, this is funny enough. We laid it with Florida State minus 23.5 the other earlier in November. If you're I'm looking at the history of our plays of the day. We laid it with Florida State minus 23.5 already. So, and that was one of our only big number lays of the season so far with our rhythm play of the day. So we're running it back. Rhythm was getting a little bit nostalgic, I think, with our play of the day. So we're going to run it back and see what happens there. And both of us like the Seminoles, and Rhythm's right there with the motivation. We're going to get our rhythm play of the day, hopefully hitting tomorrow. We'll run through the record and run and talk to our rhythm partner as well, welcoming them onto the show before we go live, which is going to be awesome. Very excited for that. How about you, Trev?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun episode tomorrow, and get those done, and then we'll be off for a little bit and enjoy some time off and get ready for the grind of the second half of the season.
The grind of the second half of the season. It's been a good one. All the boys are sitting up units this season. Definitely been a fun one. I know that the Pump Fake Pod loves conference play. It's going to get just better and better and better. Very excited. It's been a great season already. Appreciate you guys in the chat. It's been a heck of an episode. Glad to be back after missing Friday. We'll have the full crew tomorrow to before we hit our little break here, and then we'll be back on Sunday. So hit that like button. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. You guys are the realest. And, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night at 11 Eastern.
Absolutely.
Peace and love, everyone.